You ready to go? Welcome to ODT Rugby Chat. I'm live from Shark Park. We've just witnessed the game out there today. Dunedin played Kaikorai and the final score was 23-15 to Dunedin over Kaikorai. And I've just got Gene Tiamo, the captain of Dunedin, with me, and I've got Jake Russell, the stand-in captain for Kaikorai. Jake, mate, we'll start with you. Tough old day there for Kaikorai out there today.
Yeah, I thought Dunedin probably played the better wet weather rugby. They probably won the kicking battle, and it's pretty hard to win a game when you're playing at the wrong end of the field. So, yeah, all credit to them.
So, from Kaikai's point of view, you've 3 up, 3 down now, and you've only won one of those 3, and you're going to a bye next week. So, what's the plan from here?
I think we just got to recoup. We've got a pretty new team this year, so it's all about finding the way that we want to play rugby, and that's going to take a bit of time. But still got all full faith in the boys, and we'll go back to the drawing board and move forward from there.
I'll bring Gene Tiamo, the captain of Dunedin. So, Gene, from your point of view, mate, so you've now played. You had a bye last week and you beat Zingaree and you got 5 points out of the game. You got 4 points today. That's a pretty good start for you boys.
Yeah, we knew coming into this week that Kaikorai would be a good battle. They've always been those top tier teams the last couple of years. So we thought we really needed to focus this week, and if we got the job done, then it'll put us in a good position going forward.
So conditions weren't great today out there. There was a typical dirty old Dunedin day. It was dank, it was dark. The seagulls were like vultures out there, and it was wet and it was windy. But you boys are pretty much used to that out here now?
Yeah, you'd say it's a typical Dunedin Shark Park weather. But I think it'll just come down to whatever team adapted to the conditions on the day.
So, Jake, mate, I'll bring you in because you've got a lot of new players in this year. I mean, a very young-looking team out there today. So, I read in the paper yesterday you might be having, 10, 12 new starters this year?
Yeah. So the other week we had our first game of the season. We had about 12 debutants. So, we're new, but we've also got a bit of experience around. So, I think we've got a good balance. But, yeah.
Big Jonah not there today, and I hear is he out for long? Big Jonah, the prop.
Yeah, he's got a bit of a calf injury at the moment, but I don't think he's out for too long. He'll be back before night. So.
Okay. And Gene, just to finish with you. So, new first 5 on debut for you today. Young AJ kicked all his goals. Pretty good start from him.
Yeah, no, it was real good. It was good having him in much training during the week. We just needed to get him familiar with our systems and stuff, and I think he really led from the front today, and he put his best foot forward. And
it's going to be tough for you guys when you're going to lose 6 players out of the club next week away with the Highland 20s. Are you going to be able to cope with that?
Yeah, I think there's a few boys who pulled in today, and they come off the bench, and they went really well. So we'll have to pull a few more in this week. So see how it goes.
Okay, good as gold. We'll be right back. I'm going to try and grab the two coaches and perhaps the referee, and we'll be back in a couple of seconds to have another chat with you. go. I just start when I want. Welcome back to OD2 Rugby Chat, brought to you by Garador. Nick, I've just found the two coaches out here at Shark Park. We've just done the speeches up there with the both the girls and the prem teams. And I've got both coaches. I've got Andy Hunter from Kaikorai. I've got Tamura Ione from Dunedin. Andy, mate, we'll start with you. Just give me your impressions of the game. I mean, it was a strange old affair, but give me your impressions.
Pretty even, I thought, Paul. Up until about the last 30 seconds, it was extremely even. Difficult conditions. Both teams sort of probably failed to take opportunities that they had throughout the game, and we're probably slightly more guilty of not taking more than we probably should have. So, yeah, it's just a tough day at the office for us in the end.
I think, we talked about this before, I felt that you didn't get into 22 doing that much, but every time I think 3 times out of 4 you might have scored when you actually got down there. So you'd have to be happy with that part of you. Yeah,
well, we scored more tries today.
Yep.
Couldn't kick a goal, but we did score tries, so that's positive. Certainly second half when the rain came in, pretty hard to find territory. So, boy, we might have had a minute in the opposition 22 in the second half. So, just wrong part of the field.
Tamura, I'll bring you in. First year as the Premier coach. We were going to dump you a couple of weeks ago. Things weren't going that well, but things you'll be happy you're 2 from 2, and you've had the bye week. So your impressions of the game today?
No, I just think the importance of the boot was on show today. So just playing in the right areas of the park and just making sure you kicked your goals. We knew that they were going to be tough. They showed it in terms of once they got into our zone. It's probably something we need to work on in terms of not giving up points too easily. But again, AJ kicked all his goals. We got into the right areas, and that was the game. The conditions were tough, but I actually thought it was a good quality game in terms of what the conditions were. I thought both teams played pretty well, and look, we just snuck over the line in the last 5 minutes. Like that's how close the game was.
So, mate, come back to you, Andy. So you've had a bit of illness this week. I think everybody has. There's a flu going around now. And you've Jonah. How bad's Jonah for a start? Your big prop.
Yeah, he's probably 3 weeks yet. He's got a calf injury, so by next week. So that'll do us no harm at all.
So the bye one will be okay for you guys at this stage.
Oh, absolutely, and just young team again. So it just gives us another week of training without the pressure of having to front on a Saturday and get it all correct.
Yeah, well, I looked at that. I mean, that's a very young team. There's a lot of new starters, is it? But that's obviously. I think I read in the paper. That's really encouraging at the same time.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we had another debutant today. 12 debutants in the last 2 weeks. So it's big new numbers, and. Boys are just learning every time they play, so we'll take plenty from today, I hope, anyway.
And Tamura, we're finished. So you've got a lot of debutants as well. You had your new first 5 out there today. You've got some Joe Cook on the wing, and you've got some young guys in that pack. And the wee Energizer Bunny at halfback is lighting it up for you. So where do you see your team going over the next couple of weeks? And especially you've got the added pressure, as I talked about in the paper yesterday, of those rather ridiculous coaches from the Highlanders. They're just picking all your players out of your team to take them to a very strange tournament.
Look, I think that's a little bit overblown. I think all the clubs are in the same position in terms of the under-20s, illness, injury. So, look, for us, it's just a week-to-week approach and just trying to get better. Look, Kaik today, there's a massive rivalry, but it's because we respect them in terms of what they do as a club, and we try to match that level and try to be better. They're great at recruitment. They've just got a great club, so we always look forward to this. And again, we'll appreciate this, no doubt, but it's just about getting into next week now.
Well, it's a good thing though. Dunedin Kaikorai rivalry now has become it's a big thing for us. I presume, Andy, it's a big thing for you guys. You just don't get this many in the club rooms without those rivalries, do you?
Oh, yeah, absolutely, and Tamura's absolutely right. You just you respect what other clubs do, and plenty good players, plenty good recruitment. So it's always tough. So as it should be.
So there it is. We'll be right back. We'll finish with the segment. I'm going to get Logan Withy, the referee, in for a quick chat, and that'll pull us up for Rugby Chat, brought to you by Garador. So we'll be back with you again shortly. Welcome back to ODT Rugby Chat, brought to you by Garrett. It's starting to get a wee bit loud in here now. We've got a lot of Colts players down in front of us causing havoc. Marco's Colts players who had a win today against Torrey, but I've got Logan Withy with me, the referee today, and you've done Dunedin 2 out of the last 3 weeks. I think you did that Zingaree game. You turned up today. So, mate, tough year so far, or you've now pretty much a full-time Premier referee. You happy with where you're going?
Yeah, no, real happy. We're very low on referees, which has sort of helped me in a way.
You can't say that's why you're a Premier referee.
No, but it's good to get the opportunity. Made the Prem panel. There's only 4 of us in it this year, so that's how low we are. Awesome to have the opportunity, and yeah.
So let's talk about the game today. From your perspective, from a refereeing perspective, it was a murky, dark old day out there today, and the wind got up in the second half, and it was raining. So, is it tough? Is it tougher? Is it harder to communicate on these days with your ARs, or is it just another day to you boys?
It's just another day. Like I said to both captains earlier, it was awesome. Like, for Wetweather Rugby, I barely had to talk to the captains, and that's what you want in a game of rugby. It just flowed, and yeah, anything you could ask for, really. Just a shame about the weather.
So no drama from your point of view out there today?
Nah.
Bit of a drama for me, because Dunedin are down 15-13. I mean, they were on attack for about 10 minutes, and I'm saying to myself, for God's sake, when's Logan going to give us a penalty so we can get back in front? But it was one of those sort of days. When the teams had the ball, they were pretty efficient, weren't they? Yeah,
definitely. It was definitely a game of 2 halves. From my view, Dunedin they were the winners in the first half, I thought, in terms of the breakdown and ruck, and then Kite turned back and was all over them. So it was a really good game of rugby.
Getting really loud here today. Well, I was going to get a couple of heavies on, but what we might do is we might finish here. So thanks very much, Logan.
Thank you. Cheers.
That's it for OD2 Rugby Chat for this week. Brought to you by Garrett Orr, and we'll be back with you again next week.